Frank Reich and his wife, Linda Reich. I just wanted to thank you from a personal fan aspect for what you have done for that city and brought people together in a very different way. So.
Well, it's been very unique for Linda and I to come to the Midwest and to really partner with the Irsay family, our owner, some of the most philanthropic people we've ever met. And they've just been such a blessing to us. We're following their lead. We got great leadership in the locker room, really trying to make a difference in the community.
But it starts at home, doesn't it, Linda? I mean, happy wife, happy life, right, guys? You men know this. It's obvious. What has it been like for you to transition to another city, starting over?
Well, I guess it's all about perspective. Certainly with the NFL, we've moved around quite a bit, and it's just a joy just to have the privilege of going from city to city, unearthing every treasure in all these different cities, enjoying serving communities as long as we're there, and it's just a blessing to be part of it. So it's been a good journey.
It's been a long journey. It's been, I'm guessing, a journey, though, knowing your faith and what you believe in, that even through the lower times, you wouldn't change anything, right? I mean, are you of the belief that everything happens for a reason, even when it gets a little bit difficult?
No question. We like to say we've been married for 35 years, and as you said, through, and in those years, we don't have a good marriage. We have a great marriage. But like many football teams experience, there's been some highs and some lows. We've been through some Super Bowl seasons together as a couple. And then we've been through some, as we say in the football business, some rebuilding years as well. And, but the joy of that, right? I mean, the joy of doing that. I mean, the football life is such a consuming, to be a coach, it's so consuming. I think of what my former coach, Hall of Fame coach Marv Levy used to say about winning and being successful. He said, hey, what it takes to win is simple. It just isn't easy. And as Linda and I have gone from city to city, really just trying to dive in, not just to the team, that is obviously my primary focus as the coach, but obviously to give back into the community. And Linda and I have done that in a partnership way.
Yeah.
Everywhere we've been, it's been a partnership.
So, and as you coaches and players always tell us, it's all easy when you're winning, right? So when your relationship is at that Super Bowl level, great. What about in that rebuilding mode? How have you, and again, everybody who's married or maybe will be at some point, we all have to know that it's a lifelong commitment, obviously, to continue to work. How do you pull yourself up when it's not fun?
Well, there's no question. I mean, it is work, and it takes a lot of work on both sides of the coin. And it takes a lot of prayer, a lot of support, I think a lot of grace, a lot of asking for forgiveness,
yes.
Knowing that we don't have to be right all the time, and it's not worth it. So many times, when you're going through those valleys and those difficult times, we've often said, right now we don't have the luxury to have conflict because there's so many things that God is calling us to do. So let's just resolve things and pull it together.
Say that again. You don't have the luxury to have conflict.
Well, I think sometimes I think it's important. Certainly we have to hash things out if things are really there's an issue in your marriage or your life. But sometimes we have to serve and think of the community, think of our marriage, think of other people beyond some of the things that we're dealing with. So
the thing that I think we've continuing to learn is that we've gotten better at just resolving the conflict when it comes up and then moving on. We're so busy, right? We don't have time to stay mad or stay in that funk, as we say sometimes. So let's just resolve, whether it's little or big, let's talk through it, and then let's move on together. Let's move on together. We know we've committed to that, so let's focus on that and learn from it.
Simple, right?
but not
It's just not easy.
Oh, there's a difference. Simple but not easy, yes. What I love and what is so beautiful is, again, how busy and crazy you are and all the pressures on you and as an entire family, not just you two, you have still found the time. And this is special. You launched a nonprofit called Not Today to address issues around child sexual abuse, exploitation, and trafficking. Tell us why this mission, Linda, is so important to you.
Well, it really is. I've had so many experiences over the years, ever since sixth grade, through college, through really a lot of our years in the NFL, that we've known people who've had sexual abuse issues, and we've seen the negative repercussions into adulthood that people have, sometimes very destructive. and toxic not only personally, but to families, to communities. So it really became personal as we started raising our own children and traveling across the country. How do we protect our own children as well as other people's children, and becoming an advocate in this space so that children don't have to suffer this horrific tragedy?
That's part of our mission was really, it's all about serving and protecting the beauty and innocence of childhood. We've been so encouraged and learning from other organizations in the space, like IGM. I mean, that was amazing. And we look to other leaders. Out here at this Super Bowl, we're a part of an alliance with 5 organizations all serving in this area. We all have our different niche that we kind of serve, but we're collaborating together in ways that we can combat this issue. And the thing that we've continued to learn, like, right, I go and I get the head coaching job with the Colts. I'm in the Midwest. Why are we going to take on sexual abuse and exploitation and trafficking of children? Because it's not just it is a huge international thing, and everybody should join Team Freedom. But it's also going in our communities, in our neighborhoods, right. All throughout East Coast to West Coast, and in the Midwest. So we're just trying to do our part as well.
Yeah, there's no question. And what a privilege for the NFL and the LA Sports and Entertainment Commission really to get behind this anti-trafficking initiative. Because as a lot of people know, South LA is one of the greatest hubs for trafficking. And for the NFL to be so proactive and get behind this is pretty special. So on your, I don't know if you've seen, but on your tables, there are 2 things. One is a picture, a South LA artist, street artist, drew the mural of that. It's quite a provocative piece of art. And you can turn on the back and see the QR code. It'll give you more information about Not Today, and specifically the anti-alliance that has been forged to really make an impact in this space. So again, just thank you so much to IJM. Thank you to all the alliance members and partners, because it is a big issue. And just like all relationships, we need each other to partner together so we can make the greatest impact.
And, yes, thank you. Beautiful. By doing, not only are you helping the people that your focus is on with this nonprofit, you're setting such a great example, again. And your guys watch every single thing you do, and then all the fans, and then all their mothers and sisters and brothers. So I think the impact is overwhelmingly beautiful, because it's endless. You don't know how far you're reaching. And that must be, as we wrap it up here, that must be, I don't know, something you're proud of. Like, how do you describe that feeling?
Well, we have 3 daughters. What we've always talked to our daughters about is, hey, don't worry about the credit. Let's just worry about the contribution.
Yes,
let's make a contribution. Don't worry about the credit. So it makes us proud to join with people who want to contribute. And particularly in this issue of sexual abuse and exploitation and trafficking of children, what we found is so many people want to help, but they just don't know what to do. So that's why the emphasis on it this morning, the platform of the NFL and the support of the NFL is going to do such great good. Again, it's just perspective for all of us. No matter what our lives look like, everybody's got something, and some of those somethings are really big. Thank you, Frank and Linda, for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thanks.
God bless you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.